Good morning, friends. This is Carol from TopazMoon Design Jewellery. I've recently got my jewellery making mojo back, and I made quite a few pieces for myself, which I'm pretty sure I didn't film or do show and tell with. This one's got a bit of a kink in it. I may have, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself. Oh yeah, I think I did a video with this one. Not this one. Anyway, so this is the kind of jewellery, the style of jewellery I've been focusing on, this wire work stuff, and also incorporating chains. So this style of necklace is one that you can just change with whatever outfit you're wearing. So these little white nuggets of quartz I wear a lot, and I also have different centerpieces for different outfits. So these are beautiful lampwork, or not lampwork, but they're handmade glass beads, flame work, that's the word I was looking for. So by a bead artist called Lisa Crispin, very talented bead artist. And frosted, these beads I got in Hong Kong. So you get the idea. It's matching bracelet. This is one I made, like, I think Lisa made these beads as well a long time ago. You get the idea. So you can just unclip and put different ones in. And this is a bracelet that I made for myself a long time ago that I wear a lot. This is actually a lampwork bead, Venetian style. Probably from Murano, I'm guessing, because they are vintage ones that I bought from a USA website that specialized in vintage glass beads. And this is an 18 karat gold chain that I adapted for this style of jewelry. This is a little blue one. Lisa made those beads as well, and this one is made by a different glass bead artist. They are actually very stunning. So on that note, I'll get a couple of other pieces that I've made. This is a beautiful bracelet that I've recently remodeled for my sister Anne-Marie. Oh, she's gonna love it. And I love working with pearls. This is a necklace, and I didn't make this for myself, I made this for sale, and it has a matching bracelet. So this is the kind of jewelry I've been making, and this is what I'm going to be making today, this style of jewelry. I've already started in that I have completed the bracelet, although I probably would like a larger clasp on it because it's quite fiddly to put on and take off. And I just started the matching necklace for it. It's got a lovely toggle clasp set with an onyx, and the clasp is sterling silver, which is gold plated. The chain is recycled, 3 separate pieces of chain recycled. Well, actually the two were from one necklace, and there's a smaller piece in between to give it a bit of extra length. And this is where I'll be incorporating the amethyst and pearl dangles to match the bracelet. And that's the work I'll be filming today. So I have remembered to actually film in landscape today. I want to shout out to my friend Cindy in South Jersey. Thank you for always watching my videos and leaving a comment. Excuse my hoarse throat. I really appreciate it, and you always watch to the end. Thank you, darling. I can't wait to see you next year although it's probably not going to be May. It's probably going to be September. I'll explain to you why in a private message. Okay, so it's time to begin. I'm going to put all these beautiful things away. I have a lot more jewelry that I made for myself over the years, but if I was to sit here and show it to you all right now, we would be here all day. So this is just a quick recap. I've probably shown some of this stuff before, but my memory's not great. So I'm just going to put this stuff away and come back, and we're just going to make that. They hear you, Peanut. So here we go. I might add more, I'll see, but I like the delicate little balance of pearls and amethyst on this. It's really good quality chain. The chain came from a necklace that had many different styles of chain, and it was all many strands, and it was actually in the St. Vincent de Paul shop in Dulwich Hill for $6. And I think if I had bought this quality good chain, there's heaps of others which I won't bother showing you right now because they will be incorporated into new necklaces. If I was to buy this good quality chain from a jewelry supply place, I would have spent easily $100 because that's how good quality it is. Not a speck of tarnish on any of it. Of course, I did wash it. I soaked it in that universal surface cleaner. It came up a treat. And I did start one dangle already this morning, and then I was just chatting to my friend Cindy on Reddit, and she said, oh, you can make a jewelry video. And I went, you know what, I'm going to make this jewelry video right now. So here we go. Now, these pearls have terribly small holes, so I might start with putting them on head pins first, and then we can proceed. Well, at least a couple of them anyway. And they will fit the amethyst stones quite well, I think. Not all of them. The holes in pearls and gemstones are always traditionally quite small by necessity, because look how small the beads are. I'm thinking about a sneaky little trip to Hong Kong before Christmas. I've just done a search on some flights, but I don't know. I haven't decided. It's just I got my jewelry mojo back, and I'm thinking I should try and go back before Christmas and really stock up on all the pearls and beads and findings that I can get my hands off in Hong Kong, and also have a bit of a holiday, you know, a nice little break. I have not been away. I have not been overseas since January 2019 when I last went to Hong Kong. So I'm well overdue. All right, so I'll just incorporate some amethyst into this now. This kind of wire work is really very fiddly and intensive. It's a lot of work making bracelets and necklaces like this just because of the wire wrapping. So this is the wire wrapping I'm talking about. Yeah. Now I'm trying to be neat because this isn't a busy bracelet and any mistake will be glaringly obvious. I made a little connector too myself out of the wire, the artistic wire that I just restocked. I was using a brand called Parawire, wasn't really happy with it. It was really brittle and it broke easily. So I've just invested in more of this excellent quality bead-along artistic craft wire, 20 gauge. I also have some 22 gauge. It's actually made in Pakistan. I did not know. I thought it was made in the USA. Anywho, this is an older packet of artistic wire, and it was made in the USA. Interesting. This was made in Valley something or other. I don't know what TWP means. Cindy will know. PA. Is that Pennsylvania? Leave me a comment, friends. Sorry, I'm poking fun. When I do voices like that, it means I'm poking fun. I'm poking fun at a YouTuber called The Niche Lady, if you don't already know. So Cindy and I should do a podcast, but she's too shy. So I suggested to her that we should do a podcast across the hemispheres. A Niche Lady Reaction, which is the name of our Reddit board. A Niche Lady Reaction podcast. Everybody on that Reddit board would tune in gleefully. There is so much dirt around the Las Vegas area on that woman, it's not funny. I don't have any of it because I'm in Australia. Now, I've got to concentrate while I chat. I've got to orient the dangles in the same direction. So see, this one's hanging off the lower end, and that's what I want to emulate. I'll copy. So I'll leave one link and go to the next one. And I think it'll look very pretty. So I said to Cindy one day, I had a vision of us staying in a lovely Juji hotel in Las Vegas and eating fabulous food from the buffet. I've seen YouTubes of the buffets there. I mean, I really want a 5-star one. I'm not talking, I don't want hamburgers, all right? I want lobsters. And, or crabs. I said to Cindy, I have a vision of us eating from one of these Vegas buffets, the luxurious ones, and then going thrifting in Vegas and not filming ourselves, just, you know, visiting the place. You never know who you might run into. You might run into Tiffany from Thrifting Vegas. We might be lucky and really lucky and run into the three amigos. Carrie, I know you watch my videos. I would love to meet you one day. And I said you were from Boston, didn't I, in my last video? I'm so sorry, darling. I know you're from Buffalo. I know. But it was a B, and it just came out of my mouth because, you know, Buffalo, Boston, you know. Anywho, Peanut, I'm not talking to you. I mean, I'm talking to you. I'm not upset with you, but I'm talking to the camera, my darling. She thinks I'm talking to her. She's a tiny little girl. She's very cute, but she's evil. She has evil in her heart, don't you, my darling? The way she picks on her big sister. So I have been minus in the internet this last week. It came back briefly on Monday and it disappeared again on Tuesday, and I just got so sick of being on support calls. It's the problem is it's a faulty underground cable because it's old technology from the 20th century that they're using. And on Monday, I'm getting upgraded to fiber optic. Now, I'm briefly going to touch on the politics of that. Back in 2013, we had a female prime minister called Julia Gillard, and I'm a socialist, I'm a lefty, and I was a big fan. So she was the prime minister. She's a Labor Party member. Anyway, tough election that year, and her own party turfed her out and reinstalled Kevin Rudd. Anyway, one of her policies one of the policies of the Labor Party, it could have been Kevin Rudd when he was the PM, was the National Broadband Network. And they were going to install fibre optic to the home all across Australia. So everybody would be connected to the internet. Everybody would have broadband, high-speed broadband, to their home, to their business, to their schools. Yes. So a certain US citizen called Rupert Murdoch didn't like that idea. The thought of people streaming movies and TV shows straight to their home with a very fast broadband network didn't appeal to him because it threatened his Foxtel network, or cable TV, or paid TV. And because he is a media mogul and owned all the newspapers, the trash newspapers in Australia, he basically went on a propaganda war to turf out the very good Labor government. Although it was a minority government, they were passing major pieces of very important legislation, like the mining royalties tax, so that there was something else on the other side of the ledger and not just mining magnates getting rich from our resources, and, you know, doing stuff with the tax system so that it just doesn't benefit rich people. That's, you know, that our tax system is so heavily reliant on poor little low wage earners. Really, I don't know why. I don't know why income tax carries the burden of everything in this country. Anywho, I digress. So they lost the election back in 2013, and an absolute clown called Tony Abbott got in, and the first thing he did was he abolished all the mining and royalties tax, which would have brought heaps of dollars to the coffers, you know, money to invest in things like education, health system, public housing. But no. You know, everybody felt sorry for the poor millionaires. Anyway, Tony Abbott lasted 2 years and his party rolled him because he was a, let's say, idiot. I'm going to say idiot, but you all know what I'm really trying to say here. And it starts with a C, U, next Tuesday. So he was replaced by Malcolm Turnbull. Malcolm Truffles Turnbull. Oh my God. You know, he tried to join the Labor Party, but they wouldn't have him. They laughed. So the Conservative Party in this country is called Liberal. I don't know why. It just is. So he joined the Liberal Party because he felt entitled to be Prime Minister, and he took over from Tony Abbott. He didn't win an election, or he won the election another year later in his own right. Only just. But he was the one that watered down the NBN and said, no, we can't have that. We can't have fast internet speeds using the latest fibre optic technology running to everybody's home, business or school. No. That would upset the rich folk. So he watered it down and he said, we'll just use the existing copper wire network. Long story short, my internet went down last Friday. And I spent so much time with support people and they're going, oh, you got to check your connection. I'm going, it's not my connection. I know this for a fact. Why do I know this for a fact? My neighbours, their internet's not working either. Does not take a genius. And then they went, oh, it's a faulty cable underground. Anyhow, I got delivery of a new modem and a new Wi-Fi boost today, and that's all getting installed on Monday. I wonder if this video is filming okay. You know, I'm not very good at this, people. My last videos of making that stunning bracelet, remaking that stunning bracelet for my sister, when I finished and I was viewing it, I'm going, oh my goodness, I have forgotten to film it in landscape, and I filmed it in portrait, so it's not a full screen video. Horrified. Anyway. So I'll get back to my upcoming trip to the States. As I said earlier, May's not looking likely because I don't think we're going to have time to book things. And it's a long story. I'll explain why to all my friends in the States that I've already said, we're coming in May. Okay, we're not coming in May. we're probably not coming in May. We'll probably come in September when things at home get sorted out. Now, I think I'm doing okay. I haven't made any mistakes. I've been neat and tidy in my wrapped loops. I just hope that I have to remember to keep my hands in shot. Well, that's looking pretty. Yeah. I think I'm going to pause now, friends, and we'll have a part 2 a little bit later on. I'm very parched. I need a drink.